Before Ethereum was worth hundreds of billions, it was just an idea from a teenager, a 19-year-old with a vision to transform blockchain from digital money into a global computer. This is how Ethereum began. Vitalik Buterin, born in Russia and raised in Canada, discovered Bitcoin at just 17. He co-founded Bitcoin magazine, where he explored crypto's potential, but he felt Bitcoin was too limited. In 2013, Vitalik wrote the Ethereum whitepaper. His radical idea, a blockchain that didn't just track payments, but allowed anyone to write decentralized applications, programs that run without banks, corporations, or middlemen. He called it a world computer. Ethereum was never a one-man show. Vitalik attracted a group of co-founders, Gavin Wood, who wrote the first technical specification, the yellow paper, and developed Solidity, Ethereum's programming language. Joseph Lubin, who later founded Consensus, Charles Hoskinson, who would go on to start Cardano, Anthony DiIorio, Mihai Alisi, and others. Together, they laid the foundation of Ethereum. To bring Ethereum to life, the team launched one of the first major initial coin offerings in 2014. Investors could buy Ether with Bitcoin. The sale raised over $18 million, a record at the time. Unlike Bitcoin's mining-only distribution, Ethereum was crowdfunded, built by the community for the community. In July 2015, the Ethereum network went live with its first release, called Frontier. For the first time, developers could deploy smart contracts and decentralized applications on a live blockchain. It was clunky, experimental, and risky, but it worked. The world's first decentralized computer had been born. Ethereum began as an idea from a teenager, but by 2015, it had grown into a living network. The vision of programmable money was no longer theory, it was reality. But Ethereum's real test was still ahead. In 2016, Ethereum faced its first existential crisis. A single hack nearly destroyed the project and forced a decision that would forever shape its identity. The DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, was launched in 2016 as a venture capital fund built entirely on Ethereum smart contracts. It raised $150 million from investors around the world, the largest crowdfunding effort in history at that time. But the code had a flaw. Hackers exploited it, draining $60 million worth of Ether. Panic spread across the community. Was Ethereum doomed? The Ethereum community faced a philosophical dilemma. Should they roll back the blockchain to reverse the hack and save investors' funds? Or should they stick to the principle of immutability? Code is law? In the end, Ethereum forked. The hacked chain became Ethereum Classic. The new chain with restored funds carried the Ethereum name. It was controversial, but it kept the project alive. Despite the turmoil, Ethereum pressed on. In March 2016, the Homestead upgrade brought stability and improvements. Developers kept building, convinced that Ethereum's future was too important to abandon. By 2017, Ethereum had become the launchpad for an unprecedented wave of fundraising. Using the ERC20 token standard, startups raised billions through initial coin offerings. Projects like EOS, Tezos, and countless others launched on Ethereum. Investors poured in, and ETH's price skyrocketed from under $10 to over $1,400 in January 2018. Ethereum survived its first major crisis and fueled a global fundraising revolution. It proved resilient, but the challenges of scaling and adoption were only beginning. From DeFi to NFTs, Ethereum has transformed from a struggling platform to the backbone of Web3. But to survive, it had to reinvent itself. In 2017, the CryptoKitties craze brought Ethereum to a halt. Transactions slowed and fees spiked. By 2019, it was clear Ethereum needed to scale. Developers began work on Ethereum 2.0, a long-term roadmap that included proof of stake and sharding. In 2020, decentralized finance exploded. Apps like Uniswap, MakerDAO, and Avi turned Ethereum into a decentralized Wall Street. Billions flowed into lending, borrowing, and yield farming, all without banks. The term DeFi summer captured Ethereum's dominance in finance. Next came NFTs. In 2021, Ethereum powered a cultural revolution in art, gaming, and collectibles. Beeple sold an NFT for $69 million. Bored Ape Yacht Club became a celebrity playground. Ethereum wasn't just about finance anymore. It was powering digital culture. In September 2022, Ethereum completed the merge, transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake. Energy use dropped by 99%. It was hailed as one of the greatest engineering feats in crypto history. Ethereum became greener, more secure, and more sustainable. Now Ethereum's roadmap includes sharding, rollups, and dank sharding, technologies that could let it process thousands of transactions per second. The dream of a truly global, decentralized computer is still unfolding. Ethereum's history is still being written. Will it remain the king of smart contracts, or will new challengers take its throne? Subscribe to Crypto Vision 360 for more deep dives into the future of money and the blockchain revolution.